I'm so glad that you decided to join me. I am just going to start on my Imbolc oil. I've got a few things happening here, and I'll go get through it as quickly as possible. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm just copying the herbs that I used in the cake bread that I made yesterday, and I will drop a link to that video below just in case. But I have jasmine oil here. I've got rose oil. I've got lavender and rosemary, and I've added a few others to this as well. Let's see, I've got my jasmine. I've got vanilla, orange, because this is a wonderful time of the year to think of new energy, to be inspired, to be creative, and I find orange oil exceptionally good for that. And I've got my rose here. I have chamomile for calm all throughout this holiday and beyond. And lemon and rosemary. Rosemary, of course, for protection. And, you know, if you just don't happen to have one of these oils or herbs, rosemary is certainly perfectly fine. And I've got lavender and cedarwood. Now, of course, I didn't add cedarwood to my bread, but for me, cedarwood is very grounding. And of course, rose, chamomile, and that's the gist of it. Now, this particular oil is for candle works, but it doesn't necessarily limit itself to Imbolc. If you are challenged anytime this year and you need a little bit of extra protection, you can always, you know, really a white candle is totally fine, but if you have, you know, if you work with any archangels for protection, certainly this oil is totally fine for protection work as needed. And I hope that you don't need it. But and what I have here olive oil. This is what I'm using. If you have, you know, whatever your preference is, if you have jojoba, that's totally fine. Of course, jojoba is a very, very nice oil, but this is good for just candle work and stuff like that. I'm going to add just a couple of drops of vanilla. And why? You know, a lot of the things here are kind of, you know, copying and mimicking, like I said, the herbs that I used yesterday. But some things I'm just drawn to, and vanilla was one of them. A little bit, just a drop or two of jasmine. And my orange. You know, if you have, you know, any kind of magical correspondences as far as numbers are concerned, 3, I find 5 particularly magical. Some rose, a little bit more rose. It's going to rose every single time as vibration to any and everything that you do. That's going to bring manifestation really, really quickly. I have lemon and rosemary here. I'll just do 5. Chamomile. Of course, come on, chamomile. I think I'm going to need a goodly. I think I put in about 10 drops of chamomile. I think I'm a little jagged. My nerves are a little raw. And so, yeah, it's just like that, along with the cedarwood and lavender. I need a little calm to this situation. And that's just a duplicate. And, you know, just give yourself, you don't want like a boatload of oil in this, because this is just for your candles. What I'm going to do Now, I did find a somewhat yellow, I think it is, candle in my inventory, and it just so happens I've got calendula here and several different dried flowers in here, and I'm thinking, I didn't really have like yellow for this occasion, but now that I've held on to this one for so long, I think this is going to work out just fine. And really all I'm going to do is hold this over a flame and pierce this and add a little bit of my oil to the candle. And I do have this particular yellow candle going for something else, totally something else. But if you have just, like a small chime candle, that's fine. White is totally fine. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare this. Now, always, if you think you're sensitive to some of these essential oils, you really should, wear some type of glove. And I don't want this to go flying. And I'll just heat it again, and, kind of just here you may want to use your number of 3 on your candle. And the same with these. I find these particular candles very easy to pierce through. So you may have better luck. This is definitely a skookum candle, but yeah, just give it a little heat. And with your intentions of strength, creativity this year, patience, I'm sorely lacking in patience. And, as you pierce your candle, you think of maybe protection for maybe all of the thoughts that you might have in your brain or something like that, protection. And, like I said, this is that you may be a little bit too sensitive. Now, in a candle like this, a 7-day candle, you don't want to pour too much oil in there. And I try, because I don't want to upset the balance of this particular candle, of the burn. That way, once I do finish burning it, the essential oil will have little effect on that. And this particular candle, now if you want to, of course, if you want to do a sigil, that's, really perfect. But and definitely on the bottom would be very, very nice if you, have, people, that might see it, because I'm going to definitely keep mine burning. But I consecrate this candle as a candle of pure magical intentions. To bring about my patience for this Imbolc season and for the rest of the year. Help me keep my mouth shut and become a more pleasant person. This is my will, so mote it be. Now let's see how my burn is going to be. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I have my jasmine here. I'm definitely going to dress up. Yes, please give me a wonderful positive burn. Yay! So, a big thumbs up for that. But I'm going to just add a little bit of jasmine. This was gifted to me, and I want to thank y'all so much for that. Some calendula for youth and vitality. Yes. some rosemary for much needed protection always. Yes, and for lavender, for calm and peace. Calm and peace, calm and peace. I'm going to add blue coneflower. And for me, I'm adding blue coneflower because I want beautiful and abundant crops. That's for abundance. And of course, my rose, if I can get this open, I'm definitely going to be adding rose to aid and assist in all of the other essential oils, all of the intentions that we have. This is my will. So mote it be. And, you know, along with everything else that I'm doing here, I also wanted to share a couple of other things with regards to your Imbolc oil. Now is the perfect time to start thinking about your garden. And of course, I already have. If you want to start sowing some seeds, I'm not, of course, depending on your zone, but I'm a zone 7. I don't know if it's A or B, but I'm a zone 7. And so I probably will be starting some seeds, some broccoli, some cauliflower, some really cool weather seeds. But I also have my chamomile. I believe you can see my chamomile seeds and some of my other seeds out here to kind of participate in the festivities. I'm putting a little calendula in just a small bowl here. Sorry, my camera's angle is a little challenged. I think, yeah, I'm gonna, you know, just mimic every single herb, some rosemary, and my jasmine. Yum. I love jasmine. This oil is going to smell very, very nice, but you know, I do want to caution before you use, you know, your hands on it. So my blue, beautiful blue cornflower, and some rosebuds. How pretty. Love rose. And last but not least, a little bit of lavender, a little bit. And of course I have my oil here, and all I'm going to do is pour just a couple of drops of this oil blend into this, and it will, you know, just kind of be a nice scent for Imbolc for your home. But this oil, you can also use this oil, speaking of gardening and, you know, reinvigorating and, you know, the sun coming back and growing and giving good vibes to everything that you're doing. I have some tools here, some gardening tools here, that it's totally fine once they're cleaned and sharpened to rub a little bit of this on not only the handle, but I don't think it's going to hurt a blade to do that as well. So this is a very, very good multi-purpose oil here. I've got my consecrated candle. I'm going to be writing what I hope to bring into Imbolc and all throughout the year: patience, physical strength, mental strength. And I'll have this going. Of course, it's in salt, so well protected. And I have my Fae down here joining me in all of everything. And I've just been loving working with them, and it's been wonderful. I hope that everyone has a blessed Imbolc, and I hope to see y'all again. Merry part, and I hope to merry meet again. Goodbye, y'all. Imbolc, blessings to you and yours.